we're gonna go through here. I know it's a little riskier, but all right, welcome back everyone. I'm here at the Woody Mountain Campground in Flagstaff. It's a beautiful sunny day, and what's even better is that all the forest roads have finally opened in Flagstaff. So this means I can get out and start exploring the NAZMAT routes again. So that's the plan for today. I've got NAZMAT Day 1 loaded into my phone here on Gaia, and I'm just gonna do an entire ride through of the first day's route. So it'll be a long day, and I'll probably speed up a lot of the footage just to make the video short. But I wanted to at least give you guys a preview of what an entire day's route looks like. Now, if there's enough time and I have the availability to do it, I'll try and do a preview for all 4 days, but I thought at the very least it'd be a good idea to get out and get one day. So that's the plan for today. I'm going to go out, start at the start line here at Woody Mountain Campground and do the entire route. It's also important to note two other things. Woody Mountain Campground is also the place where I've booked a campsite for anyone that's coming to NAZMAT. And also I'm using a ND filter on my camera today to see if I can get a little bit more realistic motion blur on my footage. Let's fire up. I'm just gonna sneak out onto the road here, and we're off. NAZMAT Day 1, we are on. All right, well, we're walking out here to the first viewpoint just to give you a preview of our morning break spot. Not too bad. You can see all the way down into sort of Cottonwood and Sedona. See all the red rocks of Sedona over there. There's some rocks we can go down and play on over here. It's just a really, really pretty spot. This is why it's called Edge of the World. So, yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. So we're gonna press on to see if the tower is open, and then if that's not open, we'll just start heading on to the rest of the route. So let's get to it. All right, now, the way I originally had us going out of here is to continue. So we are gonna try it and see, but this was the one section of the route that looked like it could be pretty primitive. So we're gonna just putt through it very gently and see how it is. It's not very long, it's only like a mile. but I have no sense of how technical this road is in here. And it was very hard to tell on Google Maps. So best we can do is check it out, and if it gets wonky, we'll turn around. Oh yeah, okay, it's a little rocky in here. Let's see, I think we can handle this. I do. Oh yeah, no problem. A little bit of rocks in there. I'll have to note that on the video there, and in the text, that there is a little class 3 borderline class 4 section right there. It's not bad though, it really isn't. You saw it. And this is definitely a little loose in here. Just, it's not great, you know, just kind of chunky. Ooh, which way to go? I think I'm gonna go up this way. A little muddy in there. There will definitely not be any mud issues when we're out here in June, because everything will have definitely dried up by then. And it's before the monsoon, so I think we'll be in good shape moisture-wise. If anything, it'll be too dry. All right, we're gonna keep navigating this little minefield. Oh boy, we do have a mud puddle coming up. I'm gonna have to assess this. Oh, can we do this? I think we can. This way. All right, we're still good. A little muddy in here, but that's okay. I'm gonna just keep kicking it on these little detours. Okay, this might be the end of the road for us. I'm gonna check this out. It looks like it goes down pretty steep. So let's take a look, see what we got ourselves into here. I mean, that's the main road. I can see it right there. Like, we just need to get down that little bit, but it may be beyond my skill level. So we're gonna scope it out. So let's see. It's definitely rocky. Oh yeah, it's definitely rocky. But I don't think it's too bad. And it's gonna add a little bit of spice to day one for sure. But I think it's okay. We'll see. Of course, if I wipe out, I may change my opinion on that matter. Let's give it a whirl. I'm just gonna walk it down, I think, because yeah, it's a little steep. So I'm gonna do is I'm gonna head over to this little spot here. Ooh, almost lost my footing there. And then we should be good. Yeah, I think we did it. I think we're good. All right, well, that is definitely gonna add a little spice to day one. Now what? I think we actually need to go that way. Yeah, we do. Yeah. Well, I think this section is officially off the table. Too much. Too much. Wow, this has been surprisingly difficult. I mean, like right here, this is okay, but it's just somewhere back there, it crossed the line between fun and anxious, and that's no bueno for me. You know, I want this to be fun, and especially given that some of the riders are going to be very beginner, I think this might be a bad section of road to include. It's just too much, I think. Too rocky, too muddy, too loose, too steep. Just the whole package. You know, I mean, I think there is some fun. I mean, obviously this is fun, but it's also just like a little too much. And now I'm also stressing about, like, you know, getting back and whether or not I'm actually going to be able to make it through on this road, or if I'm going to have to turn around. I mean, back there I hit a tree fall that I thought was the end of the road for me. So if I hit like some big massive mud puddle or something like what's coming up right now, I might not be able to get through. We're gonna go through here. I know it's a little riskier, but that puddle was kind of deep. I just didn't want to risk it. Well, that's a good sign. Oh, what? I think we just hit it. I think we just hit the main road, kids. Oh my goodness. That is so wonderful. All right. Well, we're back out on a main intersection here. And needless to say, I am a bit relieved because, as you saw, the planned section that was back through there was actually quite technical, and I almost wiped out 2 or 3 times, and I just don't think it's appropriate for day 1 of NAZMAT. So I'm gonna have to go home tonight and kind of figure out what I want to do in that section, because that's just not gonna work. Now, yes, standing here now after the fact, reflecting back on it, yeah, it was pretty fun. There was definitely some fun sections in there, but I was also very anxious the entire time and just not knowing what was coming. So now that I know the route is actually doable, I think going through it a second time would be a little bit more, I don't know, I think less stressful, we'll just say, less anxiety ridden. So with that said, we're gonna head that way and basically start to head home. I'm just not gonna have enough time to go out and do the Harding Point loop, but that's okay. I've already done it twice and documented it twice on the channel, so I'll just link to the Harding Point video in the description, and that's just a ride out to Harding Point and back, and that will be the exact little lollipop that we do off this main road. So in the meantime, I'm gonna hop on this main road across the street and make my way basically back out towards the highway. I'll zip down quickly to the lookout for Oak Creek Canyon, and then we'll come back and we'll cut through a new section that shouldn't be very difficult, and basically just weave our way back home. So that's the plan. Let's get to it. Wild. There is almost never open water here in Flagstaff. So this is, oh boy. This is possibly a problem, actually. Okay then, well, dang. That's quite wild to see standing water here in Flagstaff. It's just so rare. Must still be early enough in the spring that the snowmelt is persisting, because we have not had any rain whatsoever. This has all got to be from the snowmelt. Whoa, there's some snow still on the ground. You see that? Was not expecting to see that. Dang. We still got a little bit persistent up here. Remarkable. Must just the right amount of shade in that spot. All right, we are back out on one of the main roads here. Almost back to the turnoff for Harding Point, which is just around the corner here. And again, we are going to skip it just because we're out of time for today. But I have definitely done Harding Point many, many times. And it is fun. And there is definitely a section in there that is tricky. So that'll be sort of the trickiest part of the day, I would imagine. I was not expecting this. So, okay. Wow, that was a little bit more than I was expecting. Alright guys, well that's going to do it for this comprehensive preview of the NAZMAT route day 1. I did cut out the Harding Point section just because I ran out of time, but I have plenty of footage from that loop if you'd like to see it. And also, I do need to think about how I want to deal with that really technical bit that I had today. I think I'm going to take that out and put something a little simpler in, just because even though it was doable, it was a little much for day 1. So yeah, thanks for following along. I hope this was helpful, and will give you some more insight as to what you can expect here on the NAZMAT course. So please feel free to ask me questions, or just any thoughts you might have in the chat there, in the comments, and happy to respond. So thanks again, take care, be safe everyone, have a happy holiday weekend, and See you in the next video. Bye.